People are freaking out again. It's time to explain to people why they're stupid. Sit up for this one. Right then. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I am your warden, Dimitri Shrine, and today, welcome back to the Morning Vibe Sessions. And today we're talking about some Dragon Ball Legends. During yesterday's battle hour, which I did not sit through. Are you fucking crazy? I just waited for people to start freaking out over something on Twitter, as I should have done the first time. We got the announcement of a Hakai Beerus. Not the Hakai Beerus, mind you. Goku, you're kind of in my way. Not the Hakai Beerus, mind you, but a Hakai Beerus. And he nullifies Revival. He nullifies Revival on his blue card, which is a Hakai. And people are freaking the fuck out about it, saying how it's the death of Dragon Ball Legends. It's so dumb. It's the worst thing. Oh my god. Let me explain to you why you're a dumbass, alright? So, I'm gonna say this slowly. Revival being nullified is not a bad thing. Let me explain to you what happened. Also, you notice how I looked over. It's because Goku's bitch ass, he's still covering me. Alright, let's do this. So, let me tell you a story of an equipment, what? Of an ability named Endurance, right? Right. So, when Endurance was first introduced in the game, nobody gave a shit because it was on Red Hercule. But after that point, once a few more units got Endurance, Endurance was very annoying to deal with because it couldn't be nullified, right? There was nothing in the game that nullified it. It wasn't until FSK Gohan that I think we got the first, really powerful unit that nullified Endurance. I'm sure there was a unit before him that did it, but he was the first, meta-changing, meta-relevant unit that did it. And he was a ticket exclusive, so you weren't really seeing him too often. Super Vegito was probably the biggest one, I would say. The one that made the biggest impact on the game that actually nullified Endurance. And it was fine, right? Nobody cared back then. You want to know why nobody cared that there were a handful of units that nullified Endurance back then? Because there were only a handful of units that nullified Endurance back then. Endurance being nullified isn't what killed Endurance for a time. It was the fact that they started handing that shit out to every fucking person. You seldom ever see a unit these days that does not nullify Endurance in some capacity. Not only are there now multiple ways of nullifying Endurance, between a blue card, ultimate card, main ability timing, just existing, there's multiple fucking ways of nullifying Endurance, on top of the fact that every fucking unit has it. That is what makes Endurance essentially nothing more than Rising Rush bait. Endurance is essentially useless in every situation except a Rising Rush situation, because if your opponent's not rushing you, they're popping their main ability. And if they're popping their main ability, your Endurance is about to be nullified anyway, so it's not like it really matters at the end of the day. Endurance is an almost dead mechanic. If Rising Rush ever actually gets nerfed to a point where you're not getting Dragon Balls within the first 8 counts of a fight, Endurance will die again. When Rising Rush does not become such a determining factor in matches, Endurance will die again. And the reason for that is because everything in the game nullifies it. We have one unit. He's not even fucking out yet, but we have one unit that nullifies Revival, right? Shit, out. Just the one. I'm gonna leave that in too, because I'm stupid. But just the one. And I understand the Dragon Ball Legends community is a community that likes to preemptively bitch and moan about shit that hasn't happened yet, instead of actually waiting for the problem to occur and then talking about it. They want to express the fact that this problem that does not exist yet is the worst thing ever. You know, there's that. I'll give that to you. But there's no reason to be talking about this right now. Not right now. Especially since half the time the Legends community preemptively talks bad about something, they're always proven wrong. That's the thing that blows my mind. I feel like the Legends team knows exactly what you people are gonna bitch and complain about, and they go out of their way to prove you wrong every fucking time. I remember when people were upset that Android 16 was getting a Zenkai. Like, people were so fucking upset about it because it wasn't Green Bardock, and then he came out, and had the Android team been better, he would have been one of the best fucking units in the game. Like, he came out during a time where Vegito Blue was running the game, and he shut Vegito Blue down entirely. Maybe not entirely. Vegito Blue did shut one part of him down, and that was his the health restoration he gets on Cover Cut, because obviously Vegito's meant to destroy that, but defensively speaking, 16, and even offensively, 16 fucking ruined Vegito Blue, and honestly still does. So, you know, there's so many examples of the Legends team just literally telling you to go fuck yourself whenever you judge something based off of one image that you saw. Like, they saw one image of 16, and everyone fucking lost their minds because it wasn't their precious Green Bardock. And now we've seen one singular instance of Revival Nullification, and everyone's losing their fucking minds. Come back to me in a year's time. In a year's time, if we have gotten more than maybe 2 more units that nullify Revival, then we have an issue. Alright? 365 days from today, come back to me, and if we have more than 2, 3 if they release a lot of units for the Anniversary and Legends Festival, I can live with it. But any more than that, especially more than 3, but realistically any more than 2, that nullify Revival, come back to me, and I will agree that we have a problem. Alright? Until then, shut the fuck up, would you? Like, shut up. Just stop talking. Get off Twitter. Get the fuck off Twitter. Please. Nobody likes you. But, that's pretty much it. The only other thing of interest that happened in terms of Legends was the Legends Limited Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta was announced for getting a Zenkai. I'm so ready for it. So ready for it. My Vegeta's at 7 stars. I'm gonna be grinding up my souls today. And we will definitely have him Zenkai'd immediately, provided he's not fucking garbage. But you know what? He's a God Key unit, so they're probably not gonna screw him over like they did Kale. Oh, poor Kale. I want to try and fix her. I really do. But if I put her on my fix series, I wouldn't be fixing her. I'd be changing her. Because the only way to fix Kale is to drag your mouse across her entire kit and press delete. Fucking redo the entire thing. There's nothing good in her kit at all. So I'd have to redo her entire fucking kit. But maybe I'll make a video about what I would like to see from Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. And other than that, I do hope you guys enjoyed today's edition of the Asylum Vibe Sessions. If you did, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that join button if you can, it really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below, and I will see all of you inmates back here at the Asylum for the next video. Peace.